Okay, let's cover the basics of the Uncle Henry search functionality. Starters, we have a couple different ways to get to search. We can click on this search button here. We can select a category directly from the left or start with a keyword. Any of these will bring us to a page of search results. So what I'm going to do is, most commonly, people pick either category or keyword. So let's scroll down here. Let's pick a category that we're interested in. Let's say we're looking for a boat. Let's go to boats. If I clicked on search directly, I would end up on a page like this with just no results. When I look at boats, I'm going to have a variety of listings listed here. Now let's talk first about what we see, and then we'll talk about how to narrow it down. I have a choice of how many I want per page. We start with a default of 25. If you have an account and you're logged in, you can change this under your settings in your My Account page. Also, you're going to see that you can sort by price, and then distance and newest, low to high, high to low, closest first if you give your location over here in the search, or by date range, newest or oldest first. And we're going to leave the default sort here. This is how I page through the pages, by either going forward one page or backward one page at a time, or all the way to the end. These double arrows take me all the way to the last page. This section here is generally what you'll see when you're in a top level category that has other categories beneath it, or if you happen to be in a situation where you did a keyword search. Let's say I just looked for the word boat. I have a whole bunch of different categories. This allows me, if I want to narrow down my category to some subcategories. So instead of boats, I can pick power boats only. And then you'll notice that when I do that, the number of search results goes down, and I have a little bit more of a defined search. Other things that I can do is I can limit by category. I can also go, if there's attributes, in this case, I have length, a minimum or a maximum boat length. I can select from the list a minimum or a maximum year if there's a certain age that I'm looking for, as well as a make. And if I choose a make, I'll also have an option for a model. I can put keywords in and locate my item by being more specific for what I'm looking for. And I can also restrict it to a certain distance from where I live. So I can say I want things that are roughly 50 miles or 100 miles or 20 miles from where I am. There are other options I have under the advanced search categories, as keywords default to any, but if I want specific matches, I can select all or exact. I can also say I only want for sale items, or I can put a price range in, or even ads that are just in the last 1 or 2 days that have been placed on the site. All of these are options for me to further narrow things down, either the advanced section or the basic section. The other thing that I can see from here, and it's important to understand, particularly if you're placing an ad, is you see how I have 183 ads. I'm looking at all of the online ads. The benefits of subscription is basically telling me that there might be some ads in the book that I can have access to if I wanted a subscription. But when I'm placing an ad or looking at ads, I may decide I only want to see ones with pictures. Notice not all ads on this page have a picture with them. So I can go over here where it says list view, and I can select this little slider and select picture view. Once I do that, I re-hit the search button, as I would if I selected any of these criteria, and it'll reformat my search so I'm only looking at thumbnails of ads. Notice now the number of ads has dropped. I'm only looking at ads with pictures. Again, always better to have a picture with your ad. Picture is worth 1,000 words, but is also maybe worth your ticket to being seen in a pictures only search. Whether I'm in this view or in the list view on the ads, if I see an item that I like, I can merely just select that item, and then I go into a full page layout that shows everything about this particular ad, contact information. I can email the person directly from here. I can share this ad with my friends on Facebook. I can also see if this person has other ads. In this case, this individual is listing another scooter at the same time. And I can click on that and go right to that ad if I so desire. I can bookmark this, and if I'm going to bookmark this ad now and show you what happens to it, I'm going to bookmark this ad. It saves it for a certain period of time. Basically, once this person deletes the ad or the ad expires, it's going to immediately, if it's deleted, or 30 days later if it expires, remove this from my bookmarks. And I can flag this. If I flag this, it gives me the opportunity to tell Uncle Henry's, hey, this looks like it might be a scam or something along those lines, and it's going to ask me for some information as to why I want to flag it. If this isn't an item I'm worth looking at, or not the one I'm interested in, I just hit the go back button, and I'll be back at the same spot in the list that I was. See, that ad is up the top. So no matter where I am in the list, if I click on an ad and then I hit go back, I'm going to appear at that same ad in the list, so I don't have to resort. Now you'll notice that when I hit that bookmark on that ad, I can bookmark it and puts it on my account. If I go to my account, look at my accounts, there's that ad we just looked at. Now I'm back looking at the same ad all over again. So on the My Account page, I can bookmark an ad. I can also put in specific notes for this. So that'll help me if I want to later look at this or remember I spoke to the individual or whatever and I save my notes. That's all available under this bookmark. I can also hit delete to get rid of it. Remember, these bookmarks are only available as long as the ad is active 30 days after it goes inactive. But if the ad at any time gets deleted, the bookmark does go away. So these are kind of short-term notes to myself about items that I might want to look at or follow up on in the near-term future. So again, that gives me a basic understanding of how I do a search. I can get to it from several different fashions: selecting a category, selecting a keyword, selecting a combination of both, and then once I'm there, I can order it however I want, see how many I want per page, and further refine my search as I see fit.